What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue. This week's episode has a lot to do with the ban list. I don't know how I'm going to title it, but I will be talking about the top 5 decks that are going to be in the current format with this new ban list that just dropped this past Tuesday. Now, as you guys are fully aware, the cards that got banned are Mega Fanbase Aurora Dawn, Prank Kids Meow Meow Moo, and Predator Planet Verde Anaconda. As far as the cards that got limited to 1, or were taken off the list and were limited to 1, we have Jet Synchron, Performapal Monkey Board, Red Rose Dragon, Yata-Garasu, Curstron Halka-Fibrax, Shooting Riser Dragon, Change of Heart, and Time Seal. The cards that were semi-limited, we have Dynamite Knight, the True Draco Fighter, Cyber Angel Benton, Fire Formation Tenki, Pot of Desires, Trickstar Light Stage, and Wall of Revealing Light. And the cards that were taken off the list, we have Night Assailant, Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier, Salmon Gray, Mirage Stalio. Excuse me. A Hero Lives, Salmon Gray Circle, and Scapegoat. That's what was on the current ban list now. The top 5 decks that are going to be still in the current meta. Hang on, guys. I gotta adjust my camera. There we go. Sorry, guys. I had to adjust my camera. And if you guys see darkness on this side, that's because it's not dark. It's just, really fucking foggy. And it's going to be like that most of the day. Yeah, it's going to be like that all day. All day it's going to be like that. So, yeah. In fact, it's actually going to be like that up until this Sunday, actually. So, but yeah, anyway. And also, too, if you guys hear noise in the background, the gardeners over at the school across the street are working. But anyway, the top 5 decks that are still gonna be meta: Sword Soul, Drytron is now live completely. Pendulums, Synchrons, and last but not least, which is a possibility, Salmon Grays. Salmon Grays can also be back in the format with Stalio back up at 3 and with Circle back up at 3. We could see Salmon Grays come back. But is it possible? No, it is not possible because we're way past its prime. The deck has already proven to be one of the most broken decks of the format. I think of what, 2020? Was it like 2020? I believe it was that. I think 2020 was when the deck was just like extremely broken. Being able to have Baylings, Almirage, what was it? The Link 2, I believe. And Mirage Stalio Pass. That was like the board, the end board turn 1, you know, for Salmon Gray. So I really don't think the deck will ever be meta at this point because there's no point. There's no point. There aren't a whole lot of Salmon Gray players out there in the world, so there's really no point. But I will say that this is more of a rogue deck rather than a tier 1 deck. And so, it's possible that Salmon could come back, but we will see. As far as, like, cards that were taken off the list, you know, like Night Assailant, nobody really gives a good fuck because the card got errated and there's really no point in running it again. Wall of Revealing Light, nobody uses it anymore because there are so many outs to it at this point. You know, and then of course Time Seal. Time Seal, nobody's going to be using it because there are multiple ways that you can force your opponent to not draw during their draw phase. But as far as Sword Soul was barely touched. It was barely touched. I think the only card that got banned from was Arch Nemesis Protos, which was part of the Sword Soul strategy, but it's still viable even without the card. So Sword Soul is still pretty busted. Synchrons were hit pretty badly with Auroradon bans because of all the token spamming, and you're able to just use the tokens to go into multiple synchros and just be able to combo off really quickly. Prank Kids was absolutely meta. I think it was Adventure Prank Kids. That was the deck that won at YCS Charlotte, which I did talk about that in here on the channel. Excuse me. Which I did talk about on the channel, and that deck was pretty scary. But with Meow Meow Moo now banned, I mean the deck could still play, but with Meow Meow Moo now banned, there's not a whole lot of options that you can make with the deck without Meow Meow Moo. And as far as Verde Anaconda, I'm not surprised because of the fact that DPE it's a house. It's a fucking nightmare to deal with if you go up against it. But with Monkey Board now back up with Monkey Board back at 1. Excuse me. It begs the question: can Pendulums be meta again? It's a possibility, but we don't really know until we get to that point. Once we get into what is it? YCS Pasadena, if I remember correctly. Let me check. YCS. The next YCS will be Niagara Falls, which will be in September. October we have YCS Minneapolis, and of course YCS in Pasadena, which was supposed to have taken place this past January, but because of the pandemic, because of COVID, unfortunately that did not come to pass. I can guarantee you that I might show up to YCS Pasadena. I don't really know if I will or not. But we will see. I might go. But what as we go into YCS Niagara Falls, the question becomes: what decks could we see in the format? Obviously, Synchron is going to be a potential candidate. Salmon Grays is going to be a potential candidate. Prank Kids will still be a potential deck. Drytron and even also Sword Soul. Those are the top 5 decks that will still be meta, even with this ban list. Even though even with, here's the thing, Cyber Angel Benton coming up to 2 makes no sense at all. Because the way I see it, here's the thing. Cyber Angel Benton, I will look it up on Nexus because I can. So let's go deck editor. I'll choose this deck. Alright, Cyber Angel Benton, 6-star Light Fairy Ritual, 1800 attack, 1500 defense. You can ritual summon this card with Machine Angel Ritual. If this card destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the grave, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original defense in the graveyard. If this card is tributed, you can add a light fairy from your deck to your hand. It's not a once per turn. You can use the effect over and 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 over again until the deck just becomes absolutely busted. Here's the thing, we know that Eva's banned. Eva got banned because of the Drytron plays that you can make just with Eva alone, you know. But with Benton back up at 2, Benton basically acts as sort of like a second Eva, so to speak. So Drytron is still going to be busted. Sword Soul will still be busted as we go into YCS Niagra Falls, which I'm actually curious as to what other decks we could also see. But as far as the main decks that could be in the meta, definitely those 5 decks. Drytron, Synchron, Sword Soul, Prank Kids, and of course Salads. Salads could also be a potential candidate, but I really don't see that happening anytime soon. I will be surprised if there's like maybe 3 or 4 players at YCS Niagara Falls that will play Salads, but with A Hero Lives up at 3, I'm pretty sure Heroes can also be one that might be meta, but I think, as I go back onto Nexus for some dumbass reason, I believe A Hero Lives is a once per duel thing. Oh no, it's not. It is not a once per duel. Okay, so let's see here. If you control no face-up monsters, pay half your points. Special summon a level 4 lower hero from your deck. Okay, so this was basically the way to like get out cards like Stratos and whatnot really quickly. So heroes can also be one. I would say Trickstars, but we're past that right now, so no point in playing Trickstars. Unless if there is someone out there that thinks that that can still be meta, then by all means send me the deck list. I will definitely play it and check it out myself. But honestly, again, I know that this was a relatively short video, but I wanted to just give you guys my thoughts on this. Honestly, this was probably by far one of the best and worst ban lists that we ever got. I mean, yeah, sure, seeing Aurora Dawn and Meow Meow Moo and Inverted and Anaconda ban, but what boggled my mind was why they took Yata-Garasu, Change of Heart, and Time Seal from Forbidden to ban to limited. Jet Synchron, I can totally understand. I know that there were a lot of people that wanted to see Jet Synchron come up off the list, which was pretty imminent at this point. Monkey Board. I mean, Monkey Board is basically like a one card like pen. It's basically a one card pen summon. So its effect reads. So its pen effect reads unless if you have a performer power card in your other pendulum zone, this card's pendulum scale becomes 4. During your main phase, if this card was activated this turn, you can add a level 4 or lower perform power monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. So yeah, again, it was basically a one card pen summon basically. Let's see. Monster effect reads: you can discard this card, reveal one performer power or automatic monster in your hand, and if you do, reduce the level of the monsters in your hand with that name by 1 for the rest of the turn, even after they are summoned or set. Yeah, again, it was basically a 1-card pendulum summon, which is absolutely busted. There was a reason why it got banned. There was a reason why it got banned during right before we got into the links a few years back, was because of the fact that you were able to just spam your board with just this 1 card alone. So but all in all, I think and as far as Yata-Garasu, there are so many outs to Yata. There's no point in running it unless if there was someone out there who made a GOAT deck that was a meta that would work with today's meta. Maybe I mean if you guys know of a deck like that, let me know. Let me know, and I'll definitely check it out. I will definitely check it out. But Haka Firebright, I think it wouldn't have mattered because it's only used at one anyway. Shooting Riser Dragon is kind of an odd one, but it is what it is. Dracos will never be meta again. No. Hell no. Because I believe... Yeah, I believe True King Lethal Gym, the Disaster, is at 1. And if I remember correctly... Where is it? I do not see it anywhere. I don't remember the name. It was a field spell that it was a field spell that was used for True Draco. I don't remember the name. Dragonic Diagram. That was the one. Dragonic Diagram. So True King, Lethal Gym, the Disaster, Dragonic Diagrams both at 1. Even with Dynamite Knight in the format, it's still not going to be meta. But that brings me to the question of the day: what deck are you guys going to be playing at YCS Niagara Falls that is under this current ban list? Let me know down in the comments below. And that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want to see more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, which get posted every Friday, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you guys do not miss out on any new content that comes your way. And as always, make sure you guys are following me on Twitter and on Instagram. All the links will be down in the description below. And if you guys have any fan mail that you guys want to send me and you guys want me to open them up on the channel, all the info will be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.